We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Mets and the Chicago Cubs. The Cubbies continue their incredible hot streak today as they attempt to secure their 16th straight win right after this. Striding in, Ahmed Rosario. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Leading off tonight for the Mets, the shortstop.
And here's a swing and a miss on the game's first pitch, and that's how we'll get started in the Tuesday opener. So, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Another 0-2 coming. And a fastball is swung on and missed, and there is your first out of the contest.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike one. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
Fielded cleanly. Onto the bag with it is Rizzo, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Noah Syndergaard, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
So striding in, Javier Baez. He's definitely a long ball threat. Currently 3rd in the National League in that category.
Man, this guy's been in fuego lately. A boatload of homers over his last 10 games.
Yeah, usually, Dan, guys get hot throughout the course of the season, but not like this. Hot and hot with damage.
And it's fouled away. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here it comes on 0-2. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Fouled away. The 0-2 once more. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Ramos gathers it, and the throw is there to record the first out.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Into the box now, Albert Almora, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Takes this the other way to right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup and how they continue the winning streak.
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today, and they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one or not.
No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Cubs are down in order. We are still scoreless. Into the box now, Pete Alonso. First at bat for him here, and he enters play 7th in the National League in round trippers. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance.
He froze him on the breaking ball that time. Pete Alonso is retired to kick off the inning.
Wilson Ramos.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. First pitch here is hit off to the right side and fouled. It's strike 1. Ramos, a 32-year-old veteran. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
Hey, this guy has been an absolute solid player his entire big league career, and I expect him to have a ton of suitors come this offseason.
Now a foul tip that's held onto at the plate, and the count moves to 1-2 now.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Kipnis is right there to handle it, and there are 2 gone now.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And he fouls this one off. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready now, Anthony Rizzo, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. This is pulled into right, but this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out.
Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And I'm locking in on Ahmed Rosario today, fielding the shortstop position for his team. This is a guy that's still a work in progress, a young ball player on both the offensive and defensive side, but he can wow you. This guy can go in the hole, and he's got a plus arm from shortstop.
Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, this team's in the grind part of their schedule right now. Just had a short homestand, able to say hello to the family, kiss the wife, tuck the kids in at night, and they're back on the road again. This should be interesting to see the energy this team plays with today.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Career numbers versus Syndergaard, 2 hits in 7 tries. 2-2 to the Cubs catcher.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Bottom of the second here with no score. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start. How about the first 5 batters he's faced? 3 of them he's sent down via the strikeout.
At the plate, Kyle Schwarber. Fouled off. Again, another foul ball. And it's fouled away. Now another 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
And he struck him out. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. We'll move to the third with no score. With Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian as Michael Conforto digs into the left side of the batter's box to start things out. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now here it comes. A bouncer up the middle. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. And with that, we give you a look here at what's happening in the race in the National League Central. So 1 man gone for the Mets in the third, and up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Fouled away. Now the pitch.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
Chopped toward the second baseman, and there are 2 away now. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and up to bat next the pitcher Noah Syndergaard. First pitch of the at-bat.
Well located fastball right there. If he can continue to do that, he'll pitch deep into this one.
And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
Struck him out. Down in order go the Mets. Home half of the third coming up. No score. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. The windup and the 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Hey, I get it. You want to be aggressive, but man, these guys are swinging at everything.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. 5 homers and 7 driven in. Count now, a ball and a strike. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. This is on the ground over to first. Scooped up. Throw on to first. 2 gone. So 2 are gone now in the Cubs half of the third. And up next, the pitcher, Jose Quintana. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
Hey, this guy obviously feels he can move traffic right here. He's taking 2 big swings. He's trying to help himself.
A swing and a miss at a sinker. The strikeout retires the side. Inning is over. Cubs.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Amed Rosario, back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
So here's Brandon Nimmo as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Now batting, number 6.
So here's Jeff McNeil. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And that's in there for strike 1.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Popped him up. Kipnis shading to his right. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and with it comes Javi Baez to the plate. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. One ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez. Now the 2-1. Hit out towards second. He's got it. And that's the first out. Riding in once again, Albert Almora hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
And that was one of the hardest hit balls they've had all game, Matty. It's been a pretty feeble effort by his teammates on the offensive side.
Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees. 1-1. This ball will be chopped foul. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And he fouls this one off. Another 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball to hit, right? That good straight changeup, El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. High in the air out to center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, Heidi, thank you. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos.
As he swings and grounds it toward the hole.
That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets.
Hey, guys, I think the pitcher was just trying to steal a strike right there. I do not think he expected to get ambushed on an 0-0 get-me-over breaking ball. But that's exactly what happened.
And a quick bluff here over to first, but he'll just stare him back without throwing. J.D. Davis the next at bat. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. And he falls behind 0-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. Settling in now, Michael Conforto. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count. 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch fouled off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Mets strand 1. Halfway home, still no score. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he told me that they have to find a way to be more patient at the plate. He told me that they've been way too aggressive on the first pitch of the at-bat. And while he doesn't necessarily condemn that if it's leading to hits, that's clearly not the case right now. Over 80% of their at-bats have started with a swing on the first pitch, and a lot of those have resulted in swinging misses or outs, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. 1-1 the count to the Cubs' first baseman.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
Swung on and chopped up the middle, and there's 1 away. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and Wilson Contreras digs in at the plate. And that misses for ball 1. Popped him up. Ramos is there. And he makes the catch for the second out. Stepping up now, Kyle Schwarber. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Hey, listen, D-Roll, they're not going to complain at all. A base hit is a base hit, even though that's an infield single, and hopefully that's a good sign that things are about to turn for them in this one.
Yeah, there hasn't been a fight at the bat rack, per se, Dan, in this one. I don't care what knock. I don't care if it's a swinging bunt or a home run into the streets. This could get the offense going.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Cubs strand one. Sixth inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Top half of the sixth about to get started, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Yoenis Cespedes. In there at the knees, strike one.
Pitching a little bit backwards in this situation, I'd expect a hitter to be sitting off speed.
And it's quickly 0-2. Cespedes, commonly known as La Potencia around baseball. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
The 0-2 once more. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Cespedes will turn for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Oh, this is a great way to start the inning. Now the go-ahead run is on second. A base hit away from coming across. I know it's only the sixth inning, but you'd love to claim the lead right now and let your bullpen carry the load the rest of the way.
Cespedes stands at second with no outs. And he'll try and get his man to third here as he puts this one down. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Now batting, the shortstop.
One away now for the Mets in the sixth. And up next will be the shortstop, Amed Rosario. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
No score here, but a potential run is 90 feet away with one gone. And it's 1-2.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield, preferably off the corners, and get your team a lead.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Now another 1-2. And he's struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
Well, their chances of pushing across a run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
Comes set, the 0-1. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ballgame, and that'll end the inning.
Leading off for the Cubs, the second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out.
The pitcher.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jose Quintana. Comes into this at-bat 0-for-1 in the ballgame. I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1.
Ooh, that was an ugly swing. I'm sure he's not going to watch that one on replay after the game.
Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Cubs pitcher at the plate trailing with a 1-2 count. Now here's the pitch. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Ready for another shot now. Javier Baez 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
Wouldn't mind a pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
The 2-1 home.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put-away stuff.
Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
0-1, here it comes. And it's fouled away. And he fouls this one off. Now a throw over, and the runner back in standing. And this one's in the dirt, and he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. From the belt, the pitch. He'll try it again from first. Smoked on the ground left side. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Here's Chris Bryant now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Fly ball out to straightaway right.
Waiting on it is Nimmo.
He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score. Cubs strand a couple, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. First delivery to him on the way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swings through it for strike number 2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Slow roller out to short. Baez with the bare hand. Hats off to that one.
Now batting,
Ready once again, Pete Alonso. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
Curveball right on the black, taken for a strike.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. Still no score. Last half of the 7th here, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Not sure if this is a powerhouse pitching performance by both teams or bad hitting, but as we're moving late into this one, it's about time somebody puts something together to try to score a run.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Wilson Contreras stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. The 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. The 1-1. Fouled away. And he chased it in the dirt. Ramos has got it. And he makes the throw to first. Contreras is retired. 2 down now.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, Kyle Schwarber. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. On its way is pitch number 75. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey into the bleachers and gone.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows. Finally able to get this offense potentially going with 1 swing of the bat. Being shut out all game, but not anymore.
Into the box, Ian Happ.
The center fielder.
This will come up empty that time on a sinker. It's strike 1.
Hey, it's always key getting early strikes in a count. This guy's been awesome at it so far. More than 70% of his first pitches have been in the strike zone.
Down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Oh, that's 6 out.
This is swung on and bounced to McNeil at second. He's right there, and the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. Cubs get a run here thanks to this solo home run. 7 complete here tonight. It's now 1-0 Chicago. Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. 0-1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location. And the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
At the plate now, Michael Conforto. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs.
The left fielder, number 52.
So here's Yoenis Cespedes. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Looking at this one, it's obvious he should have just hung on to it instead of going to the first. As it is, I think they'll score to hit in an error, and he's in scoring position.
And now with the possible tying run at second here, we're going to have a pinched runner as they try to get a little more speed out there. Behind 0-2 now. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game, and the side is retired. No runs on 1 base hit. 1 error in the inning, and a man left on. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. It's the Jake Marisnick will stay in the ball game now and take over in left field. Paul Sewald is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. So coming to the plate, Jason Kipnis. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher, and he was really in command on the mound throughout the evening.
Well, this is one of those as a pitcher where you don't get rewarded for pitching well. He threw the ball great in this one. Didn't get much run support. He's in line for the loss, and he deserves a much better fate. He threw the ball pretty well in this one.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. The 1-0. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Into the bleachers and out of here.
And everyone in the home dugout just seemed to breathe a little easier. They're up 2 and only need 3 outs in their bullpen to wrap up the W. It's always nice to work with a little extra wiggle room.
And that brings up Javi Baez. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Now the 2-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. The 3-1. This is line to left. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Center fielder on the run. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Cubs get a run here thanks to this solo home run. Last chance coming up here for the Metropolitans. It's now 2-0 Chicago. Jeremy Jeffress comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Stepping up to the plate, Ahmed Rosario. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. Almora in pursuit. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. The Cubs are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter. He was great all night long.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
And low, it's a ball and a strike.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
The 1-2. Lifted into center field. Happ is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Into the box, Jeff McNeil. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Comes set, and the 0-1. Hit down the third baseline. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Fouled off. 2 out, nobody on. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Wow, another game and another night to celebrate another victory. I'm just excited we've been able to be here to witness this amazing streak. There's nothing prettier in the world than good baseball, and that's just what they're giving us.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. Chicago jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Jose Quintana earned his 9th win of the year with 15 strikeouts. Noah Syndergaard is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. Jeremy Jeffress earns the save out of the bullpen, his 5th of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Drive home safely.
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. In the National League Central, Jose Quintana struck out 15 overall with the win, helping lead the Cubbies to a victory over the Mets, 2-0. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. The Twins put up 16 hits on the day as they got the best of the Brewers at home, 11-7. James Paxton won the game, finishing a complete Pirates 6-0. He is among the AL leaders in wins. Giovanni Gallegos got win number 1 on the year, leading St. Louis to a win over the Rockies, 4-3. The Cincinnati Reds swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they made short work of the Padres, 10-2. The San Francisco Giants knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the Nationals in Washington, 5-4. The Miami Marlins smacked 15 team hits as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park, 8-4. The Arizona Diamondbacks sent 3 balls into the seats as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine, 6-4. The Tampa Bay Rays knocked out 12 hits as a team as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto, 5-4. The Atlanta Braves grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took down the Red Sox on the road, 8-7. Zach Plesac twirled 8 shutout innings before turning it over to the bullpen, leading the Indians to the win over the Orioles, 3-0. Michael Fulmer won his 4th game thus far, leading the Tigers to the win over the White Sox, 1-0. Justin Upton collected 6 runs driven in on a total of 3 hits, helping lead the Angels to the victory over Oakland, 9-3. The Seattle Mariners totaled 13 hits as a team as they got the home victory against the Astros, 7-4. Heath Fillmyer earned the 3rd W of his season, leading Kansas City past the Rangers, 4-1. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long.